If you're searching how to sail, you're probably thinking, okay, where do I even start? So here's the Sailing for Dummies version, the simple way to understand sailing basics without getting buried in jargon. One idea makes everything click. Wind is your engine. A sail is basically a wing. When wind flows across it, it creates pull and the boat moves. But here's the catch. You can't sail straight into the wind. There's a no-go zone upwind where the sails just won't generate power. So sailing is all about choosing an angle to the wind that works. Now the 3 controls you need to remember on a sailboat. First, the helm, your wheel or tiller. That's steering. Second, the main sheet. This controls the main sail, which is your main power. Third, the jib sheet. This controls the front sail, which helps balance and speed. Simple rule. You steer with the helm, and you control power with the sheets. Next, points of sail. These are just names for where the wind is coming from. The easiest one for beginners is usually a beam reach, wind coming from the side. The boat feels stable, the sails fill nicely, and everything is calm. If you turn closer to the wind, that's a close reach. If you turn away, that's a broad reach. And if the wind is directly behind you, that's a run, where you need to stay extra aware of the boom. Now let's talk about how to begin sailing. What you actually do, step by step. First, make sure the area is clear and everyone is wearing a life jacket. Second, point the boat onto a safe angle, not straight into the wind. Then hoist the sails and trim them. If the sail is flapping, you pull the sheet in until it stops. Then you ease a tiny bit so it's powered, but not over tight. Here are the 2 most important maneuvers in sailing fundamentals. Tacking is turning the bow through the wind to change direction upwind. You'll hear, "ready about." You turn smoothly, the sails switch sides, and you trim again. Jibing is turning the stern through the wind when you're sailing downwind. This is the one you do slowly and carefully because the boom can swing across. Beginners can do it, but you do it with control and awareness. Now, quick sailing terminology. Only the words that actually help you on day 1. Port is left, starboard is right. Bow is the front, stern is the back. Windward is the side the wind comes from. Leeward is the sheltered side. And luffing just means the sail is flapping because it's not trimmed for that wind angle. So here's your beginner sailing guide takeaway. Choose a good wind angle, trim until the sail stops luffing, build speed, then turn smoothly. And if you're not sure, go back to a beam reach because it's the calmest classroom on the water. If you want to learn sailing fast, do it the safe way. Check the forecast, reef early when it's windy, keep your cockpit tidy, and get time on the water with an instructor. That's how to sail without overcomplicating it.